breaking overnight, a lost tire on the freeway causes a big pileup.
I've seen it happen on TV, and I'm part of it now.
Car after car damaged. More than a dozen hit overnight.
They fired the cannon at UT games. Now they're suspended for 6 years for hazing. The Houston student who died at the center of the story knew this morning.
Boeing rolls out safety fixes for the grounded 737 MAX 8 Plus flight. Cancellations are piling up.
What's in this cooler? It's the newest Coke flavor, orange vanilla. So how does it taste, and is it worth it? We'll find out at 6:15.
And the Astros begin their mission to take it back.
Everything you need to know on baseball's opening day.
Live from the KHOU 11 studios, H-Town Rush starts right now.
And first at 6 this morning, a live look there from Tropicana Field in Florida, already lit up, ready to go. The Astros just hours away now from kicking off the 2019 season. They will take on the Tampa Bay Rays at 3 this afternoon.
This morning, we want to know how you're feeling about opening day. Are you thankful baseball is back? You'll be watching from work, or your World Series ready? Head to our website or use our mobile app to vote. So everybody's thankful. Get it going.
Yes.
Get it going.
We're going to start it off small here. We're just thankful we're back. We'll talk about the World Series a little later.
See, on Twitter, everybody's like, all in.
Yeah.
Championship or bust. We got this.
Got it.
It feels like a while since we've talked about baseball. I don't know. I'm kind of excited it's back too.
I wish they were opening the season here today.
Me too.
The roof
I
at Minute Maid
know.
to be open. It would be glorious.
I mean, not all the time do we get a stretch like what we've had over the past 5 days with low humidity, sunny skies, temperatures in the 70s, and we get to push repeat today. So you're waking up this morning to almost long sleeve weather, 40s and 50s out the door. We have partly cloudy to mostly clear skies throughout the day today. 73 at lunchtime, high temperatures build to 77. So it is going to be beautiful. That's the good news. Let me show you what you really need to know, though. It is the pollen. So your grass pollen and your tree pollen really at extreme levels. Keep that in mind as you're out and about. I know a lot of people want to head to the park today. Clear skies, dry conditions on our radar, but check out what I'm tracking for the weekend. Ooh, it is this big system into the Pacific Northwest. That is a big rainmaker for the weekend. All the details coming up in about 6 minutes. Good morning, Brandy.
Good morning, Cheetah. Yeah, I am in for stuff this morning. It's pretty clear out there. Some good news for your Thursday morning. We do have this stall in the westbound lanes of the South Loop right at Alameda. It's just in the shoulder. There is a response crew on scene, so they should get this cleared up pretty fast, guys.
Okay, Brandy, thank you. Breaking overnight, it was chaos on I-45. Car after car damaged when just one tire breaks loose on the freeway.
Our Michelle Choi joins us live with the story. Michelle, it's amazing no one was hurt.
Absolutely, guys. I would call it a miracle, but that loose tire left behind quite a mess and scare for the drivers involved. Some say driving in Houston can be tough, and at times it can turn just downright wild.
And all of a sudden, there was something in the middle of the road. I thought I hit something, like a person. It turned out to be a tire.
Police say overnight a Jeep lost its right tire, and it ended up in the middle of I-45 and Memorial Drive. Car after car, unsuspecting drivers striking the loose tire.
Every 3 seconds you could hear another tire just popping.
From flat tires to torn up bumpers, as many as 17 cars were damaged. But despite the mess, fortunately, no one was hurt.
I've seen it happen on TV, and I'm part of it now. I never think I would be experiencing it.
Everyone says Philly drivers are bad, but you guys are awful here. Never lost a whole tire before, that's for sure.
Well, this morning, that pileup has since been cleared out here on 45 near downtown. And guys, hopefully it stays free of loose tires. Back to you.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. A spirit group at University of Texas is suspended for hazing, and it all stems from a student's death. Janelle Fort has this story new this morning. Guys, they're called the Texas Cowboys. It's one of UT's best-known spirit groups. Most people know them for firing Smokey the Cannon during football games. Well, now they're suspended for 6 years. Here's the 3 keys you need to know to this story. Now, first, this all started last fall with the death of a Memorial High grad, Nikki Cumberland. He was a new member of the Texas Cowboys and died after a car crash on the way back from a retreat with the group. Second, the investigation into that crash is what prompted the university to look at the group. It found serious hazing, including physical abuse and forced drinking. There's even worse stuff in that report. It's too nasty to share this morning. Third,
This isn't the group's first trouble. UT says it suspended the Cowboys for 5 years back in 1995 after another student drowned in the Colorado River after hours of drinking and hazing. So what's next? The group can either accept the sanctions or they can appeal them. Back to you guys.
Janelle, thank you. Boeing's fleet of 737 MAX 8s are getting a safety upgrade following 2 deadly crashes. Janelle Bluta joining us in studio with more on that story this morning. Janelle?
Yeah, guys, a lot going on with the Boeing story right now. We're breaking it down using the key numbers to know.
Here are the numbers to know. 200. That's the number of pilots and airline employees who met at Boeing to learn about the safety fixes. 2. That's the number of Capitol Hill hearings that took place Wednesday as Congress grilled FAA regulators over how the MAX 8 was certified to fly and the practice of letting the plane's manufacturer take part. 130, that's the number of flights that Southwest Airlines is canceling daily because of the jet's grounding. The Dallas-based airline saying it's expecting to cancel nearly 3,000 flights this quarter because of the problems with the MAX 8.
Southwest says it will lose $150 million just in the first 3 months of 2019, and still no word on when the grounded planes will fly again. Guys?
Janelle, thank you. Your Rush Block continues with the day's other big stories, including the helicopter crash that killed a U.S. Forest Service firefighter in Montgomery County.
The chopper was surveying controlled burns when it went down. 1 person was killed, 2 others were taken to the hospital. There were warning signs in the area for heavy smoke, but it's not clear if that's what caused the crash. ITC says it has secured the last of the tanks holding pie gas. That's the chemical containing benzene. They're now working to secure the rest of the burned tanks at their facility in Deer Park.
Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo says she's not fazed after another elected official criticized her for speaking Spanish during a press conference. Chambers County Commissioner Mark Tice posted the comment on KHOU's Facebook live stream of an update on the Deer Park fire. Judge Hidalgo says Commissioner Tice is entitled to his opinion and she's ready to move on. She says she's more worried about the ongoing response to the ITC fire in Deer Park.
President Trump welcomes Venezuela's interim First Lady to the White House. Her husband, Juan Guaido, declared himself president in January, calling Nicolas Maduro's re-election illegitimate.
We are with Venezuela. We are with your husband, as you know.
The president isn't ruling out U.S. military intervention. The Texas House passes a budget to fund the state government for the next 2 years. Its focus, education and health and human services. That budget now heads to the Senate.
And that is your Rush Block. Today's big headlines from here in Houston and around the world. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood. You can tweet us with the hashtag HTownRush.
It is 6:07. What are we, about 9 hours away, right? Today's the day as we take a live look here at Tropicana Field.
That's it.
That is okay. There it is. We're zooming out. I didn't know what that was, but that's the big board there. We're counting down to the Astros' first game of the season.
So what do you need to be on the lookout for during today's game against Tampa Bay? Here's our Jason Bristol.
Operation Take It Back starts here on Florida's Gulf Coast. We are on the road with the Astros, and right now here are 3 things you need to know before opening day against Tampa Bay. At number 1, will Carlos play? Carlos Correa with some stiffness in his neck. The good thing is it's not considered serious. However, this is not the way he wanted to start 2019. At number 2, can George do it again? George Springer has this really cool streak right now. He has hit home runs on back-to-back opening days. Last year and the year before. He's the only player to ever do it in Major League history. Can he now make it 3 in a row? And at number 3, the best versus the best. Justin Verlander, Cy Young Award runner-up. Blake Snell, Cy Young Award winner, both facing off in the first game of the season. It doesn't get any better than that. So those are 3 things you need to know before opening day against Tampa Bay.
Thank you, Jason.
I can't wait.
It's going to be great.
I know.
The season is here.
Only 162 of them, so I want to see as many as I can.
Right.
Let's send it over to Cheetah right now for the one thing you need to know.
All right, the one thing you need to know, guys, is grab the long sleeve this morning. We are tracking temperatures in the 40s and 50s. We are under dry conditions. We'll talk about your weekend rain chances in about 5 minutes, Brandy.
All right, and the one thing you need to know in traffic is this crash is working at the Grand Parkway at Hardy Toll Road. We've got the right shoulder, right lane, and center lane all closed right now. So if you're traveling around the Spring area, if this is normally part of your commute, you're going to want to avoid it. Russ, Lisa.
Thank you, Brandy. The fight over the Affordable Care Act is heating up again in Washington, D.C.
It all stems from a court ruling right here in Texas. Our Larry Seward connects the dots.